The gameplay of God of War remake, what I would like it to be, I would rather see it use the classic style. Now, I know a lot of people would say, but I think it'd be a lot better if using the newer style, the ones we play from the Norse games. But here's the thing. I know that the third person camera for great games can work, but I feel like it's much better to play the game in the old school fixed camera angles, where all you have is your style, your gameplay, your square, square, triangle, square, 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 triangles, magic attacks, and all that. So it's, I think, to me personally, if they want to stick to the remake or stick to the roots, is to keep the game a fixed camera angles. Nothing is wrong for playing the game on the newer style, but I personally believe it'll be 10 times better to play the game on the old school way. And I do recommend anyone to play the original. I do recommend playing the original just to sense the gameplay and all that, because I think playing the game in the new style would kind of, I would say, eh. I got used to it. Personally, I got used to it, to the third person style, but I feel like the classic style is a much better use for the game. Just me. Since the game is being kind of like redubbed and everything and doing all that, so I'm hoping that the story, keeps kind of the same and doesn't change anything from the story. Because I feel like Kratos as a character is him. He's not really like your average hero. He's not a hero. He is a not even a villain. He is a broken man that is in the first game. He wants to get rid of the memories of his past, killing his family and all of that stuff. In the second game, in the third is all about basically avenging about revenge and killing Zeus. I'm hoping that the story kind of keeps pretty much identical and doesn't change a dang thing. What Circle story is fantastic in all the games, so I think it'll be better for them to just play the game, you know, just make the game as is, like the story was as is, and doesn't change a bit. Because I feel like the story is writing itself, to be honest. I do not want to see any cut content from the game. Cut areas, cut features, cut anything. Now, here's one thing that might potentially be cut from the game, and I know a lot of people might not feel happy for it, is the sex game, the sex mini game. You ever guys know? If you guys don't know, in the old school God of War games, certain areas in the game, especially like, for example, the first time you play a sex mini game was after you play the prologue when you fight the Hydra and the agency and all that, and then you start the game like, oh, you see two naked women, you approach them and you start doing the mini game quick time events. Yeah, yeah. So it'll be, and you do that and you gain a lot of points and all this stuff. So yeah, it's all, just doing all that. But I don't know if they're gonna keep it or they're gonna remove it. I think they should keep it. I think personally they should definitely keep it. Again, it's an optional thing. It's not a must. It's not a must. So yeah, not really something that I feel like is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be a lot, or oh, it's gonna be just like a bit insensitive and everything else. Like, Chris is a person that wants to numb his pain. So why not? So it's part of who he is. Yes, the sex minigame is part of his kind of like him numbing the pain. Literally, him just numbing the pain. This one is gonna be pretty cool because there's a lot of cut areas, especially in the first two games. There's a lot of cut places, cut areas. Certain areas in certain games were like kind of play tested and all there, but weren't finished or was cut during development. It would be cool to take these um stages or levels of the first three games and put it in the game. Put some of the canceled levels into the game. I think will be a pretty cool idea. Like for example, let's just say Atlas, because just sorry, Atlantis. You're supposed to go to Atlantis in the second game, and you have to fight certain enemies and fighting ogres and all, and fighting Cyclops and all that. It's there on YouTube. You can definitely check it. It'll be freaking cool to like, have that in there because it'll be pretty cool in my opinion, just to like put it in the game, some of the areas, some of the cut content. Here's one thing that I really, really want more than anything in this game. Keep the length of the game. Keep it the length of the game the same. Do not shorten it. Here's what kind of scares me is them shorten the length of each game. Is make it shorten each of the games. Because every single game is like a good 10-hour long game. I think like God of War 1 is like 7 hours long or 8. God of War 2 is like 12 to 13. Same thing goes with 3. It would be cool to just, you know, um, keep the game to its time. It keeps the game long and have a lot of things to do with it instead of making the game, let's say 5 hours here and like 10 hours here and 10 hours here and that's it. I don't want that. I want the game to keep the length. Do not shorten the game. It's one of the things I'm very afraid of. They're making a trilogy remake. If they're willing to do all the 3 games and release them all at the same time, do not, I repeat, do not cut the game short. Do not decrease the time of the game. Keep the game its own length. Do not shorten it. Because I think to me, if you shorten it, it would not be great. I know that goes into the cut stuff. So yeah. Speaking of cut stuff, I know this is part of the cut as well, but it's kind of its own thing. It's very important. QTEs. I know a lot of people say QTE is in the past, but QTE is part of cinematic. The game is very cinematic, and you need these QTEs to show off Kratos' strength. I know a lot of people saying that, but QTEs are boring. QTEs are this, QTEs are that. It's part of the OG God of War flavor. It's part of that flavor. Just like platform is part of the flavor, puzzle is part of the flavor. I mean, come on now. We don't want them to remove QTEs. If you just just cinematic, no pressing buttons, it would be whack. I would rather just like hit the right button, hit square, hit triangle, you're gonna need a mash circle, just do something. See, critical movement ass. Like, I want them to keep that. I know it's something in the past they could do something better with it, but I feel like they should keep the QTE. If you want to remove it, it's somewhat alright, but at the same time, I just don't want them to remove it. It's part of the classic games, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much the things I want to see in God of War, in the God of War trilogy remake. And as a longtime God of War fan, seeing a remake of the first 3 games is a delight. It's a delight. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's something I'm looking forward to and hoping very soon that we're going to see more trailers and reveals of the God of War trilogy. So yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Head in the comments section. Let us know let me know what you think about this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.